All right. Last week was major. It was the biggest, worst week in stock history. We seen after Liberty Day that Apple lost like 300 billion in one 12-hour session. That was crazy. And a lot of the stuff was doing that. Let's look today. And the first thing we always do is go to our news. And let's look at yesterday. Nothing really happened on yesterday. Yesterday's like an easy breezy day on news. And we don't have anything to kind of worry about, except for the stuff like this that was from last time, or these are the new news articles. But today is a new day, and we got President Trump speaking at 3:45. You guys might want to trade that session. I like how he's speaking at 3:45. Like, that's pretty cool. Due to speak at the National Republican Congressional Committee dinner. Okay. So he'll be talking about broad range of subjects, only speeches that might have direct market impact are listed. So this is saying it might have, when he speaks, the markets move. So there might be some movement around this time. But everything else is kind of just at a standstill. I was just reading some things where Elon Musk is kind of breaking away from him. I think everybody kind of knows he's not really a Republican. Let's see here. All right, so let's look. The market is down, US dollars down. Europe, when it's in first place, the trade means that one's winning if it's going up. If it's the one in the second place, then if it's going down, then that one's winning. So US is losing right here, Euro USD. It's losing also Great Britain USD. It's losing the worst at USD JPY. And Canada's pretty strong versus the dollar. So the dollar's losing out everywhere. That's amazing. So let's look at our currency strength meter. And as we see, USD is in last place with 1 bar. It looks like a good trade for USD JPY. Let's see what our other currency strength meter, just to double check, make sure everything's working right. And right here, it's saying the USD is the lowest also. Looks like USD JPY looks like a pretty good trade. Let's look at the market now. And as we see, it's been in a free fall. This is in days. It pushed up right here and went up here and then came back down. The bot had this one great coming down. Let's see. There goes another one. Down. It's saying up, down again. I like this trade right where it's at. I wish it was a little higher right here. As you notice that, like our strategy, when it's hitting this orange line, it usually comes back down. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at the 5 minutes. It did pop up right here. This is the low lows. So I'm gonna make my first trade. I see it still coming down. I'm gonna make my first trade right here. Let's see. So we're looking at USD JPY. We're taking a sale. USD JPY. That's just based on the market. You're not, this isn't gonna be a big lot sell right here. I'm gonna do percentage wise, I'm gonna do a 0.5% to win or lose. And so I'm not gonna risk a whole 1%. I'm just risking 0.5%. And here it is. Just got in right there. All right. And we see it's still coming down. I'm gonna go ahead and put a line on it. I like to put a line on stuff just to know where I got in at the trade. And if I look back at this, I could tell real quick, is it in profit or not by not even looking at the actual trading account. All right, let's look at what's going on with Bitcoin over the weekend. And I'm changing these times right here. It shows me more time because, like, when I put an hour right here, now I could look back. This is Saturday right here. This area right here is Saturday. And then if I do 4 hours, then this was like last Monday area. This is last Tuesday. So this is Monday is like way up here. And it tried to push up and the bot called it going down. I mean, we wish you could have got that trade right here. It's just the bots have been just killing doing a really good job on Bitcoins. Amazing. All right, we're not going to trade Bitcoin, but we only trade Bitcoin on the weekend. So look at US30. The bot's calling all these going up. Man, it went down so far. And there's something that when the US30 or the NAS100 or the SPX go down 10%, it's called like crucial in a week. If it ever goes down 10% in a week, and it happened last week, there's a crucial like barrier to where, you know, I forgot the name of it, but I was trading with other people back in the days when I first started trading, and they were like, if that ever happens, it always has to come back up a little bit. So we're at like that barrier to where it should just have to go up just a little bit just to even make sense. Because if it just keeps on going down, you're talking about too many companies losing way too much money. And, I had friends call me up this weekend, and one of my friends, he said his nephew works at Tesla, and Tesla saying that the stock's going to go up so much. So, people that work at Tesla, a lot of their payment that they get paid is in stocks. So they're kind of freaking out, but the company said, oh, it's going back up. So he was trying to tell me to buy Tesla right now because he thinks it's going to back up. But I was telling him that's not really how it works. But it is how the US30 and the SPX500, like something is, some people are going to be talking to other people like that, like Apple. They're saying, man, Apple just lost $300 billion in one day. It's going up, So all these people are talking to their relatives and friends that own stock and things like that, and telling everybody to jump in right now. You're buying it at the low, and that's why it kind of resurfaces. You see it going up right now for the US30. Let's look at the NAS100. The NAS100 is also going up. We got a great trade signal right here. That could have been a lot of money. We got that at 3:15 in the morning. And let's look at the SPX 500. So all of them are in an uptrend right now, but it's because of the worst like downturn. So here's what I'm talking about. Let's look at the day. So if we look at the day, this is starting on Thursday, the 20th of February. That's when the market started going down. Went down for the whole March, went down all March. But then in April, this is where I put this right here for us. This little that's when I said it was gonna have a major down when we were on the call. And that's when it really took a great dive. That was on Thursday that we said that. And it dove so far, like wow. And now you see it went so far down. Even on Monday, it even went down even further. And then it started ricocheting back up. And so you see that US30 is the same thing. It went down so far, $36,000, right? And remember that it was at, let's see, before it started that free fall, it was at $45,000 right here during this time in January 31st. And so 45,000 all the way to 36,000. So what percentage of that really is it? And that's how you look at the market. You know, you're losing, let's just say $10,000, you're losing on 45,000. Now we know that 10% is 4,000 lost. So you're losing more than 20%. You know, that's a barrier that it like basically has to push up because everybody in the country is already freaking out. I can't even stay on Facebook right now. Everybody's just talking about the political I call it the reality TV show. So here we go. It's pushing back up. This looks like it's pushing back up. And what do we see as the people that's been trading with me right here? What happened? Can anybody tell me what happened right here? What do we notice? Nobody? Oh, 1 second. Maybe I can't hear you guys. Oh yeah, I should be able to hear you.
Wait, it went outside the Bollinger Band?
There you go, Eric. See, man, hey, I was just talking about you yesterday to somebody. I said, brother, you just started trading with me, but you really so, learning so much, entertained. I really was serious. Like somebody just jumped in and started the academy, and they were watching the video where you were like asking questions, and I was going over that account where you said you kind of lost, and I was explaining it to you, and I was like, man, I think they thought you were like a seasoned trader, and I was like, no, no, he just started with this, but yeah, you're right. So look how it pushed out of here, and then it had to go back in. Remember that since the Bollinger Band was created, it's only out of this Bollinger Band, either the bottom of this blue or the top of the blue for 5% of the time. So as you see, it's usually in the middle here, but then sometimes it comes out and comes right back in. And that's what happened. It just really took here it is again. It had to come back in. But this really forced, I mean, I don't even trade on Monday. Everybody knows that really. So this could have caught people off guard because probably everybody thought it was gonna start pushing in right here. But yep, good job. So it looks like it's trying to move up. We're at 614. I wish that we can get in this trade around this area right here.
Right here.
That's where we want to get in.
Because that's going to bounce back up. Is that right?
Yes,
Okay.
hitting the EMA. That's our second strategy, the super trend strategy. So if it starts moving, I don't want to buy it right here because it's outside the Bollinger Band. So it could keep on going up. Like I want to take it up eventually. And I'm not a two-way trader, so I'm not going to take this down. Because what could happen is it could open, it could shoot down real quick. But I believe the overall day is going to be going up. So, and you see how it just moved. So the orange line was right here. That last candle now is right here. So it's even easier for it to get to. So let's see. Let's look at gold. I mean, gold, is very elastic. This is something that we should always trade, but it's been just reacting really funny because what should happen is gold should be going up. It's like an inverse thing. It should be going up when our economy is going down, right? So it kind of hit this all-time high of $3,039, and it's really saying people are saying, is gold really worth this much? I know some people that had gold way back in the days. I have a couple of 80-year-old friends, and they both like sold most of their gold. So I think the regular people in the world, it went so high that they're kind of selling their gold and expecting it to come back down, and it is coming down, but it's not going to come down to where they think it's going to come back down to like a $2,000 or nothing. It's going to be stuck over here in like the 2,900s to going up to like 3,200 in the mid where we're at. But gold really wants to go up, but there's some kind of barrier. I believe it's just people selling and everything is kind of doing this to the market. But as you see, it's really high too. We want to take it up. But let's look at the technicals of this. And the technicals are telling us this is a good buy for the whole day. And these are like 50 indicators, the best indicators, and they put them all together and then they give us like a bar, like a racing bar. Let's see. On the 4 hours, it's telling us to sell. Now, something like that will catch you. Like, look at this. For the day, it's telling us to buy a strong buy from two of them. But then when you go to the 4 hour candles, it's telling us to sell, sell. So then you go to the hour and it's telling us to buy. So this is very, doesn't know what it wants to do right now. I feel like during this time we could take a buy, but we don't need to be in this buy for like the next 4 to 5 hours. Like we should be trying to get out of this buy. I don't really want to even take a gold trade right now because the signals are so different. Let's see what it says on the week. So everything is saying to buy, but the 4 hours just saying like half of this day, 2 to 4 hours is going to be a bad thing. But I still love to buy gold on this, and it went straight up. We want to get this too at a good level for us. That's what we would want, gold. And right here is $3,010. It's at 3,020. So it might come down first. Let's see the NAS. NAS is way outside the Bollinger Band on the 30. Yeah, we're gonna avoid NAS. Let's see Apple. I love Apple. There's a strong sell on Apple today. And let's see, without reading too much into because we could look at the financials and we could see what's kind of happening. But it's just been, I mean, sheesh. Have we ever even seen anything this with Apple? Just look at Apple. After this is the Thursday, and then they come back on Friday, and it just massively tanked. I mean, it lost. Where are we at right here? 199. It went all the way down to 174. Wow. That's it almost lost 10%. Well, let's look at the heat maps. And we'll look at the top 30 companies first. And yesterday, Apple lost another 4%. What is the market cap? Wow. Market cap is 2.73. Goodness gracious. Look at how Apple's just going straight down. I mean, but nothing's like this day right here. I mean, we can see it's usually in just an uptrend. December, it starts going down in January. Then, it stabilizes. And then right here, it took another hit in March. But this right here is like something that's so unheard of. I mean, this is the whole year. This is 12 months right here. So it's like, but you see this thing right here drop like that in a couple of days action. That's kind of scary to this company.
Bragger.
Wow. Let's look at this thing is just losing. Nvidia is winning, so it kind of crosses these two out. And then you got Amazon winning. This is why it's pushing up. Microsoft is losing just a little bit. Home Depot is really in trouble. I mean, people, when they're building their own houses and buying stuff from Home Depot, uh, because most construction like teams or things that are building houses aren't going to Home Depot. They're going to like bigger factory kind of stores to get better deals. But whenever Home Depot starts going down like this 3-4% in a day, that means that people, they don't have that extra money. Like they're losing so much in their stocks. They're like, hey, I'm not trying to repair my house right now. That's second. So let me look at the hour perspective here. All right. So in the hour, it looks really green. Everything looks really good today. I also agree with that. I like it to go up today. Let's look at the NAS. And I see that they updated this or something is moving slower than it used to, but I see like the way they set it up is a little different now. So here we go with the top 100 companies. And what do we see? We see those same 30 companies, but now, Tesla's going up. Everything looks like it's going up in the last hour. So the pre-market is looking really good to go up. So we got to take that into consideration. And yeah, there we go again. Everything's green. All right, so I like this to go green, just like everything's telling us. Looks like there's smooth selling ahead for us to get into these US30s or NAS to go up. I don't know if I want to take Apple going up right now because it's a hit or miss right now, it looks like. And also Amazon too. Amazon can go up or down, who really knows. So what I do like is US30, NAS, and SPX to buy. Okay, I'm not sold on gold right now. I want to take gold on a lower lot trade, but for the whole day. Or if it does really pop up really fast, I might take my money out. But I'm not even gonna trade gold during the opening bell. I'll probably get in that later when I get a bot signal. And so that's what I basically like US30, NAS100, SPX500 to buy today. I also like USDJPY to sell. And that's basically what we're looking at. Okay, so we got about 5 more minutes. And depending on, let's look and see if we're in any good positions to get in. As we see this pre-sale right here, so the pre-sale, Apple's going to open up right here. It closed yesterday right here, but it's going to open up already higher. And as we know, when it opens up higher, usually what it does is it's going to try to come back 50%, and then it will stay in that general direction. But about 70-80% of the time, when it's in a pre-market, either lower or higher, it's going to try to go to where it stabilized where it was the day before, because there's a lot of trades that are set up thinking on yesterday. Already they took it and they went off work and they already took the trade, and it's gonna like pop it back in the stop gap that I was talking about one day with you guys. But So if you guys do want Apple, I would wait. After the opening bell, I would let it like drop back down to here and then try to take it up, because you might be stuck in this trade. But I believe it will be going up today. But we wanted it down here. US30 is too high right now. NAS is way too high. Everything is looking pretty high. And even USJPY it popped up pretty high. So the opening bell, I'm not even gonna take a trade because I want to take. I already took the USDJPY, but I want to take US30 to go up, but it's so high right now. So in the opening market, it'll probably drop down, and then I'll be able to get a good trade going up. It'll probably be even better if it drops down further than this, and kind of like this area right here. We see there's a lot of resistance in this area right here. It popped here, one, two, three, four, 5 times in the last hour, and then shot back up. It could possibly, that would be the first support, but it could possibly even come down here because there's a bigger support right here. This is like the second support level. And so if I turn up the time, you guys can see that, this little area right here is a really good support. This is happened only 3 times during this time frame, 2 times during this one, but it happened for, 8 times right here. And I'm not going to put a cap on this on the top. I'm not going to put a resistance because I believe it's just going to keep on going up. But what we wanted to do is come down to these red lines, maybe in between here or something when the market starts moving, and then grab a buy at that level. Let's look. We kind of got the same kind of strategy here. We want to get in this trade probably around this area right here. Or the second support would be down here to go up. Let's look at gold. Is gold doing anything good for us? Gold went straight up. This is where we want to buy at. You see how it was way up here. It's at a better position now for us to buy. Even to buy right here on the opening market is good. It's so close. Let's see. We got 2 minutes. I might just get in this trade to go up. I want to go down just a little bit more, but this actually looks like this is even a good area just to make, some money in this little general range. Sorry, starting to push back up. Might not go down to this purple line. But look at this. This green right here is a pretty big candle. And so it's trying to come back down. But this looks like it's going to pop right back up. So we will see. We got about 1 minute left. Let's see if things are already starting to move. Not really. USDJPY. All right. Hold on to your seatbelts. Maybe gold will come down. Here it is. Gold is not moving that fast, but what we got is a US30 coming down a little bit. See what happens here. Is it going to come down to our area where we want it to? Let's see what Apple's doing. Yeah, we thought Apple was going to come down first.
It looks like NAS is pushing up and US30 is pushing down. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I believe because of the Bollinger Band. But I think all of them are going to go up, but I wish they would bounce down first so we can get good profits. Yeah, even the SPX. See, they're usually on tune together. This is a NAS100. Let's see here. It's kind of wild how it's really not moving that fast. It's moving like slow. Like this is like watching paint dry. Gee. Here it goes. Now it's kind of running. Here we go. Let's get some steam in this thing. Like I was predicting it's gonna go down first. Why didn't we take it down? Because it should be going up. So it's like if we take this down, we can get stuck in this trade and it could have just went up, maximized, and we would have really lost. So it's not really a good trade to take this down. It's a better trade to take this going up because in the day it's gonna go up more than down, we believe. Yeah, but look at the Nas's little movements. It's like this is half an hour before this big candle, and then you got the opening bell barely even doing anything. It's like we're not even on the opening bell right now. Come on, US30. And something like this is moving kind of slow. I'm gonna take my lot sizes down because you don't want to be trading the same lot sizes when things are doing different stuff than they ever do. Like this is Tuesday. This should really be rocking and rolling. Everybody, the master traders should be in here. I mean, this might be something like insurance policies lost so much or something, or some big corporations lost so much to where people might be better on like a Wednesday or a Thursday because last week was such a nightmare. Maybe everybody's just not trading today. I don't know. Here goes NAS100 going up though. Yeah, look at this. So US30 is going down like we thought right now, just to our place that we want to get it. The NAS is going up. SPX is going down. Like, how is that? It's such a weird thing going on today. Here we go. Push down. I mean, this might be a good place. It might not even fall to where we want it. That might have been, yeah, a good place to get in to go up. But I'm just I'm playing the conservative game right now. Let's look back at the heat maps and see what's going on. So here we go in the hour. Look at this. Everything is up. All the big guys. And remember, there's 6 of these boxes would fill up this whole screen anyways. You got almost 3 of these boxes, almost, 3.5 of these boxes, and 4.5 of these boxes. This looks like it's gonna go, everything is looking up. So I wonder if people are gonna be on Facebook today talking about how great everything is. All right. I don't even think I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna go ahead and jump in to this US30 right here where it's at. It might keep on going down. This is the best position to be more patient is wait for it to hit this red line. But, you know, I kind of like it in this area. And I feel like that it already gave out the signal that everything's gonna be in an up and up. So I'll go ahead and jump in that right around this area. Here it comes. It's coming down fast now. Here we go. Let's see. I'm not going to take that big of a trade either. I usually do like a 2%, but today I'm just going to do a 1% on this one. And I'm going to take my lot sizes down because I know, like, overall, I feel like it's going to really be going up. Wow. I'm looking at the other graph, the trading graph. I got my screen locked on what you guys see, but it started really going down. All right, just popped in right there. And this is where we kind of wanted it, still moving down.
Seems like it's moving a lot faster now than it was when the bell started.
Right. It's like everybody woke up and was like, oh goodness. Man, the opening bell just happened. Yeah. Isn't that amazing? Everything's moving a little bit down. What's amazing to me is that, and where did that purple line go? What's amazing to me is that if you look at the heat maps, let's refresh it. I mean, this thing should be. Remember how when it was red like this and these numbers were popping up? Remember what happened? It started going up. And then I was telling everybody, like, nah, this is going down. And then it started going down after a while. It's like, for some reason, this heat map and reality take a little bit of time to catch up to each other. Yeah, remember today's a little weird looking. So we took our lot sizes down and we're gonna stay in this trade a little longer, which is a good thing. Because what could happen is this thing could fall, down here. You don't want to lose a trade by this time, but we believe it'll be, up here later on in the day. And now, yeah, now you got that big bar that we thought was going to come the first 2 to 3 minutes, and now it took about 7, 8 minutes to get down this big bar. Here it is pulling back. Let's get a good pullback. Let's see the NAS. The SPX is moving better than the NAS is moving. Let's see why that is. This is the 100 companies. Wow. Facebook is doing big things. Microsoft, Google, even my Costco, Netflix. I don't know how that rebounded. Yeah, just look at how everything is green. I mean, it's like the total opposite of last week. But that's what I was saying. Like I was telling you guys that it hit that critical mark, that it went down so much, it has to push up. Now, is it going to push up to back where it was last week? No, but it's going to have to recover a little bit. It's like a bouncing ball. You know, that's the strategy. Like it's going to bounce so far. It's kind of like I always explain it as a sprinter. When you got a sprinter and they're running their fastest they can run, right? At some point, if they start doing long distance stuff, that sprinter has to take a break. He has to start walking. He has to get his energy back. And that's what you see when the market's going straight up. It's going to walk back a little bit. And then all of a sudden, it's going to start taking off and sprinting again. And that's what we've seen from last week to this week. Yeah, this is just every sign is saying if you guys can get in some big trades today to go long, this is one of those days that you want to go long. It's not really a great setup to go quick trades, but it's a really good setup to stay in the trade for a while. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. And here we go. We thought it was going to come down this red line, which it's trying to do. It might even come down to this middle part. Here it goes. Okay, we're in profits, you guys. Everybody's in profits. Let me look at that USD JPY. USD JPY, even J or USD is picking up. Wow. That's amazing. Let's see what it looks like on the currency strength meter. It totally it's still at 1 bar. Totally try to fake us out. Let's refresh this one. Yeah, USD gained a bar, JPY lost a bar. You know, this was at 5, this was at 1. So this goes up 2, this goes down. Now it's a 2 to 4. What do you notice about that? If the USD picks up 1 bar, JPY loses 1 bar, they're even. That's how fast, you know, the forexes can change. But since forexes don't, you know, you're not trading so high of lots, and it doesn't move as fast as the other things, it still, you know, could pop back up in our right direction. But it just shot up like dang rocket busters though. That's amazing. Yeah, so today take long trades. What do I mean? Today, get in the trades like US30. You probably should have got in when it hit that red line if you want to get a good trade in, and just take it. Don't have high lots, and maybe do 2% of your account with low lots, and just let it over the day go in the right direction for you. Because everything is saying this is a strong, you know, buy system. Everything is saying that. I'm gonna go on my phone is where I trade my prop account. And so I'll trade that right now too. I'm gonna take this long. Let's see here. And it already started kind of going up. Let's see. Probably could have waited for it to go down one more time, but I took the trade on my prop account already. And I think I might actually take like a NAS also. Let's see. NAS is already going up. SPX. All right, we're in profit here. And that's good. We waited for it to come down. If we would have gotten on the opening market, you know, we wouldn't be looking so good right now because we would still need it to go, you know, way up higher. So I'm in profit on my real account. I'm in profit in my prop account right now. So everything's looking really good. I took a smaller trade on that USDJPY. I just looked, it's like negative $16. So that's to tell you how many lots I was basically trading on that trade.
Wow. Whoa.
Yeah. Because it was like, you know, it's a Forex trade, but I'm up. I'm up. Come on, keep on going up. Let's see here. Does anybody have any questions about anything? First 15 minutes is up. This is another good buy, right? It was way up here when we were talking, and I said it would be a good buy to buy underneath this purple line, and look where it's at. Gold went all the way down here. I know we didn't get in, but this looks like a good buy, and this general area right here looks like another good buy. And I think I am. I think I'm gonna buy. I could just see that it's been in an uptrend since Monday. This looks like another good play. What do you see? Like 3 red candles right here, and then it went up really fast. You know, basically almost 3. This is green, but 3 again, or maybe 4. 4 right here, and then it pushes up. This looks like an area. It might go down a little bit further, like maybe here, but it looks like this is a good buy also. So I'm gonna lower my lot sizes. I'm gonna trade this one also. I'm gonna trade gold to buy. Lower the lot sizes. Let's see here.
The NAS looks like it's still pushing up, even though US30 and SPX is still going down.
Right. Yep. But everything when we look, right, everything is saying is going up. Everything. So I just got in gold right here. It's a good position. I'm not doing high lots right now. I'm just making some pretty good money on it. So you saying US30 still looks like it's going down?
No, US30 it just went up the whole time instead of following the other two, like going down and then going back up.
Yeah, because remember one thing, US30 is my number one trade. So US30 basically is ran by 3 things: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, or now we got Navid, right? Navid is new. They used to have a little bitty guy over here that they took out and put Navid in. So these 4 right here control almost half of the US30. So whatever these 4 are doing is gonna push the US30 in that direction. So sometimes we don't even got to look over here at these things. These things kind of don't even matter. But 7 of these right here can fill up a lot of it. So you have to look at these like this is up 7 times. So you got to put 7 boxes in here, and just 7 of these boxes will make the whole thing go up by itself. Like if all this was all -1 reds, everything on this whole screen. If this was 7 plus, that would cover up all the red and it will still go up just because of this one. And then Amazon, there's 3 of these boxes. So 3 of these boxes almost fill up the whole top half. Right? So that's how we kind of did Microsoft overtake. I think Microsoft is what? Oh no. Look at this. The market cap for Apple is 2.79. But Microsoft's almost taken over. That's unbelievable. The market cap. Remember earlier in the year, the market cap, the biggest company was Navid when they entered this into US30. And now Apple's the biggest again, but Microsoft is catching up and looks like it's going to be the biggest company in the world again. This is really close. So, okay. So these 4 companies control the Dow Jones. But now if we look, it kind of spreads out that impact. Now you got Microsoft, Navid, Apple. Yes, those 3 will cover up this whole thing in Amazon, right? With greens. But now you got also Meta. Meta's pretty big in this general picture. You got Tesla. Tesla's a pretty big thing too. And so that's what kind of but all of them are super doing good. And it's so funny. I want to see all these people that were complaining about the market last week. I want to see if they're going to be on TV and on Facebook talking about how great the economy and all the stocks are going up. Everybody was saying how much their family lost, but I was asking some of the people on Facebook, like, did you lose any money? Like, you could have been winning trading. No, my family lost this and that. And I said, well, yeah, but the US30 has been going up for like the last 50 years. So it's like, what it does is it always does this. It goes down sometimes and then it starts going right back up. So look at this though. Why would we not, be in trade? This is the best time to be trading because it went extremely down last week. It's going up extremely good this week. I mean, it's almost like, that's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go with Nas. It and right now, like we're in the opening bell session, right? But if you look throughout the day today, and then we're gonna pop back on here tomorrow, you'll see there's no way these things aren't gonna be green. I mean, it's like it's almost impossible when you see crazy numbers like this, 7 times Naveed, I mean 5 times JP Morgan. I mean, goodness, everything is up so much. Remember, yesterday, Home Depot was down 4%, and now it's already up almost 3%. It's like, if this doesn't go up, it's like the fake out of all history. Because like all the stocks are going up, but the US30 is barely moving, right? It's like, how does that even correlate right now? This thing should be popped up way up here right now. So we know it's gonna end up happening over time today. So we look like we have some good trades in. And at 6:51. Does anybody have any questions? If not, I'm gonna be posting stuff in the WhatsApp for today, I believe, saying everything's going up. Here goes the 5 minutes of US30. You see that it kind of got stuck down here, but now it's looks like it's on its way up. Let's see if we got any signals. I think we just got a signal from Telegram. Where's Telegram at? There goes the NAS. The NAS started kicking. All right. Let's see. We got a sell BTC at 5. There's no real signals right now. So that's a good thing. So throughout the day, that's going to be ringing like hotcakes pretty soon. Here we go. So this is what it looks like at the 5 minutes, right? The opening market went down for 5 minutes, went up the next 5 minutes, went up and then went back down, and now it's on its way up, it looks like. Here goes the US30. Everybody should be in really good profits right now. We got in right here at the purple line or under. Everybody's doing good on that. I think I'm going to actually switch my take profits to more than 2%. I think that this might be a take profit. I mean, my account right now is booming. My prop account. Well, it just closed out the trade. I just said I was going to change it, but it closed it out. Did you guys hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah. So it just closed out the trade in profit. So I was just saying that I want to extend that, but it's okay. That was the 1% trade. So, I mean, that's good. Winning 1% on one trade, and I put in 3 trades. Let's just see what kind of day we're going to have. That's beautiful. Man, this is lovely. Are you guys excited? Is everybody just saying, hey, whatever? Because that was exciting. I mean, it's like we kind of know, it just feels like we know everything's gonna go the right direction. Ooh. Yeah, that close trade out the US30 got out of here. That was pretty. I mean, it started off real slow, but then it started moving really fast in the right direction. So, all right, you guys, God bless everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow on the call. And my prop account, I got it set up to where I make way more than 2%. And it's moving and grooving. So we'll be back talking about it later. Check out the WhatsApp group. Always look at your Telegram and take some of the Telegram trades today. Make sure that you're using the right lot sizes and you're doing that. And you guys start watching the videos, because I believe the people that when I talk to them and do one-on-ones, the people that are watching the most videos, like my guy Charles, he's been watching videos, and he said, Lonnie, he said, he texted me last night. He said, man, when can I put in real money? I mean, Charles been trading for I think 2 weeks now, and he's already ready to put in the real money. And we did a couple of one-on-ones, and I kind of haven't heard from him because he owns a security business down here that's really big with his dad, and just a really good guy. his family and my nonprofit and their nonprofit was feeding San Diego when COVID happened. We created this super pantry with like 5 different nonprofits, and it was doing so many feedings at that time when people couldn't get food. But he just said, man, he's like, I'm ready to put in real money. I always love to hear that. I want people to take their time to put the real money in, because don't think of this as like something you're gonna do for a month or two, right? Because that 150 that you're paying is nothing. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I made so much more than 150 on the trade that just closed out, and it all you seen is it do just a little bit of thing right here. So probably I could pay that 10 times with the trade that I took. And my other account right now is the prop account is up like $400 on this trade right here, or the US30 trade also. So it's just like, don't think of it as that. Don't think short term, think long term. When you really get to learn this and really know what you're doing, you'll be able to push a button for the rest of your life. And sometimes it's so funny because like yesterday I remodeled. I've been remodeling my dad's bathroom. I used to own a construction company, so I just, remodeled the whole thing, painted it up, put in new pieces of wood where there was some mold and stuff. But people are like, "Well, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just pay for people?" Trust me, when you start trading like this, you're gonna have to find stuff that you like to do, and like I go help people. I was cooking for somebody yesterday that doesn't know how to cook. He has some disability where he'll touch the pan and burn himself. So I went over to his house and cooked breakfast for him, some scrambled eggs he wanted. I mean, you're gonna want to do something for free. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is like, well, why would you want to do that? It's like, yeah, but when you don't ever get to the point where you got so much time that you're not doing anything, because then you'll be a waste. You'll just be watching TV all day, or you'll just be, driving around. I used to just walk at the beach all the time, and everything gets boring unless you're helping people. Just gonna be totally 100% honest with you. If you're not helping people, and that's why, that marriage is such a good thing, because it's like you're always helping at least your partner, or having kids, you're always helping your kids, right? So you guys understand if you guys got that going on, but just being somebody that's like, my kids are 22, the other one's 20. They're both in college. They both don't even live with me. My son's been living with me his whole life, and he just left like 6 months ago. It's like you could really just trap yourself and be in some boredom when you're trading, because all you're trading is 1-2 hours a day. And then what are you going to do? So I'm writing books. So always stay not just busy with no purpose, but always be doing something that has purpose. And the only purpose you could really have is serving God and helping others. I'm just going to be totally honest, because that's what God said. He said, number one, love God the most. Number two, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you could treat people how you would treat yourself and try to find people, and I even prayed to God. I said, God, help me find some widows that I could help. Help me find some orphans that I could help. And then God will just bring these people into your life. And so love you guys. Have a good day. See you guys later.
You
Look at
too.
Thanks, Lonnie.
did US30 happen? Eric, tell me what happened to US30. Did it do what we said?
Oh yeah, it's still going up, baby.
I
Profits.
wish
Let's go.
I wish I would have took my take profit and made it bigger. We ought to had double the money. All right, you
Yeah.
guys. God bless. Bye-bye.
Bye.